It's just a devastating disease. You know, it's one that is really scary. It's a scary disease that you know that you're going to end up paralyzed. Initially, I thought I had carpal tunnel, and I was diagnosed with carpal tunnel. And I went to a hand specialist, and they discovered that I had some deterioration in my palm. They realized that was not something that was common. So they started to do more testing, and eventually they sent me to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville for the final diagnosis, which took about 6 months, actually, to get that diagnosis. I had done case management since 2004 for the state of Florida, working with the foster care system. They basically tell you have to quit your job because there's a wait period by which you would file for disability. And during that time that you're filing for disability, you can't work, because if they realize you're working, then there's a penalty. You have to go without any income for about 6 months. Once you get the disability, it's still not enough to maintain life. So you still have to figure out other ways of doing, fundraising or trying to earn other income. So I started my foundation, Debra's's Journey for Life. The Ice Bucket Challenge brought about awareness to different people that didn't know anything about ALS. They've heard about the Ice Bucket Challenge, but they haven't really focused on individuals that have the disease and realize what a struggle it really is for those individuals. The patients are kind of left out, and people don't realize that. I try to make them aware of ALS and the devastation of the disease. Patients are the ones that need help immediately, because for the most part, the disease is a short period of time, and it's a life expectancy of 2 to 5 years. So within that time, you got to figure out something, one way or the other. You got to figure out how to try to prolong your life, or you got to prepare for death. And those people need help. I feel like I can get the word out to more people to pay attention to the disease and to have it in their hearts to give and help ALS patients.
I'm in love. I've been in love for a long time with this wonderful woman. And I'm gonna keep her alive.
I met Walter in 2007. He was a very charismatic person, full of life.
And the funniest thing is when we go out and dance, she had this move that she would just do this dance move and whatever, and I'd be dying on the dance floor, but it made her so amazing to me. It made me laugh so much.
Nobody's a stranger. Once they meet him, you got a friend for life.
It's not fair what's happening, but at the same time, it's tangible. And that's where we are right now.
On a daily basis, I need help with everything. In the mornings, with sometimes getting out of the bed because my back hurts so badly. And getting in the shower, right now with the way the shower is set up. Sometimes getting back into the bed is just as difficult, because my legs are not strong and my muscles have gotten weaker and weaker.
I gotta bathe my wife. I got to feed her. I gotta do what it is Walter Briggs has to do every single day to make sure that her life is accessible, tangible.
It's just as hard on the person that's being waited on as it is for the person that's having to do the waiting. And I think that people don't realize that, because you don't want to have to ask for help, but you have no choice.
This disease is unthinkable. I never knew that I would be approached with this in my life. Neither did she. But we stand by each other. We are a family.
It means everything to me.
This disease is not a death sentence. It's what it is that we have to do while we're surviving in life today. We are still going to give back. We're still going to travel. We're still going to do everything that everybody else thought we were doing when Deborah wasn't in a wheelchair or when she was doing her dancing move. We're going to keep doing it. But we have to raise funds for Debra's's Journey.
If he was in the same situation, I would be there for him. And I would do the same thing. And I know that we're in this together.
It's all about Deborah. That's all it's about. And that's why I keep on going. I keep on living. I make a path where there isn't one, and that's Debra's's Journey. What we're doing is maintaining life, but we are also helping other charities so that they recognize us and we recognize them.
We've always been involved in other charities and helping other groups raise money. Walter does a lot of celebrity golf tournaments. I usually travel with him. So it's something that we've done, and we've always given, back to different charities. And unfortunately, we're at that point right now where, we need help.
The bucket challenges was for research. What we want to make awareness of is beyond the bucket. It's for the patient. We're living with ALS every day.
The day that I found out, I was by myself. I had gone to a doctor's appointment. I didn't realize that they were going to tell me that I needed to go home and get my affairs in order. I needed to tell my family to get my affairs in order.
Why would you even say that to us when you don't understand that we're going to fight this thing?
My reaction to them was, I just looked at them and I just said, "Are you serious?" And I just started laughing because, I couldn't believe it. So I was in denial, but I actually went back to work after that. I went back to my job and I called Walter and I told him what they had told me.
It's hard. A lot of people aren't prepared for it. This disease is going to cost us $250,000 a year to keep her alive. It's worth it.
What I'm doing now is doing whatever I can to continue to live and hopefully, have a decent life.
Whatever this disease is going to produce, to me and this wonderful woman of mine, we're going to accept it. I'm not going to give up on life, but I'm going to take care of that beautiful woman no matter what I do. If you can, please donate to Debra's's Journey for Life. Anything that you can to help us do the research for ALS. It is something that you should really understand, just like cancer or just like anything else. This one just doesn't have a cure. Debra's's Journey for Life.